Alright, guys. I know we're 0-4 to start the season, but if y'all give me trick room and you get me in cleanly, I promise you. Boy, camera up, you ugly boy. You're my ugly, bro. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel here, and it is finally the FPE double header that y'all have been waiting for. Like I said, it's here today. Today is Tuesday, the 3rd. So, please vote. Please vote if you're watching this today on the 3rd. Please vote. Okay? I'm an independent, okay? So I don't even care. Like, the three-headed snake will tell you to write in Kanye, but just vote. Just vote, okay? Like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I don't care what party you from, okay? At the end of the day, like, your voice matters, okay? So please do that. If you have to, pause the vid to go vote, go do that. But today, we got FPE doubleheader. So what you're seeing right now is my battle against one of the homies, Shrimp. Good friends with one of the people here, the three-headed snake. Has a very good team. I pretty much got everything right. I prepped for everything, but the problem was that Pincer came instead of Gliscor. But I got everything else right. This is Megalophony on the right hand side, by the way. But yeah, my process going into this was just I either trap something or I just get a free U-turn off. And because Scarm came as well, I didn't want to necessarily trap the Scarm because I didn't have anything to hit Scarm super effectively. So I led with the B drill, got my mega turn 1, and I saw that Drapion was air balloon, so I U-turn out to not only pop the balloon, but it did 56%, which is a big yikes. I go to my Zapdos here, he throws up the T-Spike here, he goes to the Sylveon, I Volt Switch out, go to my B-Drill, get rid of the T-Spike that way. Here he goes Scarm as I just U-turn again. Goes to Zapdos here to pressure it out. Like you're gonna see this cycle where I just keep, going in and out of my mons like this. Here he just throws up his rocks. I don't know if that Volt Switch was a roll, but that was a thing. He Toxics me as I flip turn out to my V-Drill. Here he goes Star me, so I have to respect the Psychic play, but he goes for Power Gem instead, which is kind of weird. And then he did it again, so that pretty much confirmed that he was Scarf here, which is really good intel for us to know. So here I wish, but I didn't see that Hydreigon received wish, so I thought it was still keep, and I went back to Vaporeon again as he goes for the Rock Slide here. Here I just protect to see if he's locked into Rock Slide, thinking he was double Scarf, but he's actually SD, which is kind of unfortunate, so I just had to let Vaporeon go, unfortunately. But here I go to my B-Drill, here, but the Poison Jab only did 77, but he got poisoned in the process. So at this point, I trap it with Dougie, get my Earthquake kill. To revenge it. So we're looking at a 4-4 right now. Here Starmie went for Power Gem again, thinking I would switch out, but I'm a Don, so Dougie just trapped that and Earthquake killed that as well. Here Lopunny goes for the Play Rough here to get rid of that. Here I go into my Medicham here. I go for the HJK, knocks out the Drapion, which is fine. The Sylveon's here, and my problem was that I stayed in on this play. I tried to win with Hydreigon, but the other thing about me trying to win with Hydreigon was I went to my Zapdos here to take a Play Rough, but then I had no idea this Lopunny got triple axle now. I get the static off, which was cool. So at this point in the game, I was like, well, here comes the Dragon Rush. Let's see if the para or the flinch comes. But the play rough lands, and so, you know, Shrimp gets the 1-0 victory. Really well done on Shrimp's part. I just got a little careless with the Metachamp. Metachamp could have won me the game because it was Scarf HJK with Cycle Cut as well. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna cut right here, and I'll be back with game 2. So here we are at game 2, right? This is against Let G. Last season, when I played Let G, that was 151 turns of hell that I lost to. I'm gonna tell you off rip, this was a lot less than 151 turns, so it was really good. I did not prep for Hariyama. I prepped a little bit with Bronzong. You know, mostly because, like, I let my builder build this one, because Let G side, because he's a better, you know, Bronzong user than I am. However, I did not expect the Hariyama to come. But I mean, he's a big Hariyama guy. He's brought it almost every week, so I don't blame him. This is Mega Altaria on the right as well. I just did the same lead as last week, pretty much. I have the Eldegoss here to slow down the to make sure that Rillaboom stays in check. That's the only difference from this lineup versus the lineup I had against Shrimp. So here I go to my Beedrill just to make sure I get a good Mega off. But I was scared that Zero Aura would attack first, so I do my double. So I do a double, pretty mid-ground double for both of us, pretty much. And I know obviously Zero Aura is Volt Absorb, so I can't necessarily Volt Switch for free here. So I go to my Vaporeon right here as Incineroar Toxics me, which we're in this situation again where Vaporeon has to be the one that dies first. Here Hariyama gets a burn off. I flip turn out thinking I'm slower, but this is Hariyama. He goes for the knockoff. Can't knock off, you know, Beedrill Knight, so which is really good. So I take that. I take it well enough to get my wish back up. Here, I actually get my Mega off and U-turn out. This 31%, which is pretty good. Here, I trapped the Dougie, or at least I believe that I trapped the Incin, but it was Shed Shell because it went out to Rillaboom to resist the Earthquake, which is a really good play on Let G's part. Really good prep. Again, here I go to my Zapdos, as he U-turns out into Bronzong. Here I discharge here, as he gets his rocks up. I go to Dougie here, as he explodes and kills my Dougie. So my Dougie's down. He traded Bronzong for Dugtrio, which is really good for him. I go to Eldegoss simply because Grassy Terrain is up, and I can just get like a nice Giga Drain off before it goes away. No way, I lied. I actually Rapid Spin. Yeah, I spin because of the hazards, because I don't have Defog on Hydreigon or Zapdos. So I spun here. Here I go back into my Vaporeon. He U-turns out, goes to Zero Aura. Here I go to Zapdos again on the Thunderbolt, because he can't really paralyze. Here he knocks off my Heavy Duty Boots as I roost up. So he's just gonna keep doing this. I Heat Wave because that's the only other move that I have to hit the Zero Aura. If I Volt Switch, I give it free health. So that's that. Here he Volt Switches to Altaria as I roost up. So he's gonna get his Mega off right now. I discharge because thinking I could get a para, but he Toxics me. Here comes the Hyper Voice, does 31 to Vaporeon, right? Hyper Voices again. I try to Scald Burn, and I get the Scald Burn, fortunately. So I knew at this point Vaporeon is ready to go. There it goes. So Altaria's burnt now, which means I can get a clean B drill, and then I get another U-turn off on Incin, which is good. Here I go to my Hydreigon. I DD up because that's my only play from here. He drain punches, which is really good, but we live that. So the Dragon Rush lands, that goes down. Here comes the Rillaboom. This was the most obvious Grassy Glide play, so I went back to my Zapdos to resist that. Get the static on the Rillaboom, which is really nice in terms of my comeback here. I roost up to get pretty much back to full on the para. My bad, but G. Now here I go to Eldegoss. He U-turns out, which is good momentum, good chip for me, but Eldegoss is regenerator, so I don't mind a U-turn here and there if needed. Here I just go to Synthesis up to full because I thought that he would Flamethrower at this point. He Toxics me, I Giga Drain on the last turn of Grassy Terrain. Here I go get my Regenerator off, go to Zapdos. He's actually Heal Bell, so I know this whole set at this point. It's a very similar set that my builder ran last season of FPE. Here he goes Hyper Voice on my Roost. I discharge here trying to get another para, but he just keeps Hyper Voicing as Zapdos goes down to Toxic, which allows for Beedrill to come in for free. I Poison Jab the Zeraora. Zeraora goes down. Here, I knock off Hariyama's Flame Orb, which was really good. So Heal Bell kind of hurt him there. Here comes the Rillaboom, and at that point, I called Beedrill back because I needed that for the end of the game. Here he U-turned out to Altaria as I try to Giga Drain and Grassy Terrain. Here I switch out again for my Regenerator. I just let Hydreigon go. And then Beedrill just comes in and wins the game like that. Keeping Beedrill was pretty much my win con at this point. Because believe it or not, adaptability just hit like a truck at that point. So it was a very interesting. Two very interesting games. I lost 1-0 and I win here 1-0. So that was very interesting. I stall out the Grassy Terrain and I Poison Jab, picks up the kill. So with the 1-0 loss against Shrimp, that makes me 3-5. So I don't make playoffs at this point. I do not make playoffs to my knowledge. So that was the FPE takeover. I had a lot of fun with this team. I had a lot of fun, especially the mons that replaced, like the mons that I picked up instead, like the Mega Beedrill, the Metacham, the Eldegoss, and like those, and the Dugtrio, like all those 4 mons that weren't on this team initially. They did a lot of work in the time that I took over, so it was a lot of fun using those mons. I think, will I stay for FPE next season with Crowd Tundra out and stuff? Who knows? But keep your eyes peeled for YCL Season 1, Week 1. That's gonna be coming up soon on a Sunday near you. And I also have UGL draft this Friday, so expect next Tuesday for sure for that draft analysis as well. But yeah, it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll catch you guys Sunday, I hope. And don't forget to vote. Peace.